Lord Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I'm the best reporting on the Eagles. Before we get into the meat and potatoes, I got to let you know that this video was brought to you by Print Champs, Big Print Champs in the building. Make sure you tap in, use code BULLY10 at checkout. All the music, all that stuff in the link in the description. You know what I mean? Let's make sure that we direct the questions and the disappointment to the people that they need to be directed to. You know, I'm looking around and I'm seeing way too many people point fingers. And if you just sat down, used your brain, you would see exactly what's wrong with this football team if you're keeping it 100, man. First of all, the defense is a disgrace. I don't want to sound like a broken record, but this is the worst defense in Philadelphia Eagles history. If you're the worst third down defense in Philadelphia Eagles history, you are the worst defense in Philadelphia Eagles history. You know what I mean? It's a lot of people on that side of the ball that I got respect for, but if you can't stop, if you ain't doing your job, we got to call a spade a spade. We got to call a spade a spade. They are trash on third down. Trash on third down. We know about time of possession and how the Arizona Cardinals kept the ball all they wanted, leaving us with limited opportunities to make something happen, leaving us with a rhythmless offense to begin with because we couldn't get on the field as an offense because the defense couldn't get off the field as a defense. Nick Sirianni's job, Nick Sirianni is in a hot seat, in my opinion, as he should be. I think the only way Nick Sirianni, Nick Sirianni, if he comes back next year, he's going to be on a really, really short leash. A really, really short leash if he comes back next year, because you can't bring these coordinators back. Brian Johnson is he's underqualified for this position. His situational play calling is just garbage. You don't even have a defensive coordinator right now because you already fired him mid-season. You know, I mean, Matt Patricia, yeah, it makes sense to have him take over the reins, I guess. But at the end of the day, that didn't work out either. This football team lacks awareness on the defensive side of the ball. This football team lacks heart on the defensive side of the ball. This football team lacks just what it takes to even play in the city of Philadelphia on the defensive side of the ball. The awareness is the most eye-popping thing for this defense, if you ask me. It's been way too many times where I've seen the defense of the Philadelphia Eagles not play through the whistle. If the screen pass appears to be behind the line of scrimmage, we automatically assume it's incomplete. We stop playing while the other team is hustling to the ball. Maybe it's a fumble, maybe it's not. But we stop playing. Every time. Yesterday, like clockwork. At least 2 times. I've seen that happen. Guys already got their hands on their hips while the other team racing for the loose ball. Shit is embarrassing, man. Embarrassing, the defensive side of the ball. Completely embarrassing. Completely unacceptable. That whole defense probably should be gone. The Kevin Byard trade is smelling a little Golden Tate-ish. I'm going to keep it a stack. It's smelling a little Golden Tate-ish to me. Not scary at all. You know, this is just, I'm not even talking X's and O's right now. I'm talking from a fan perspective. This shit ain't pan out. It ain't pan out. You know what I mean? And it is what it is. But, you know, the Philadelphia Inquirer today, they take the cake, man. Marcus Hayes, or whatever this dude's name is, has been writing terrible articles his whole life. He's one of the worst journalists to ever report on Philadelphia sports in the history of Philadelphia. I don't understand how he has a job. I see why content creation and YouTubers, I see why we make the noise we make, because guys like him just ass at their job for real, for real. So the article comes out saying that the problem in Philadelphia is number 11. He's a locker room issue. This, that, and the third. I didn't read the article because I'm not paying for the Inquirer, because guys like him work for the Inquirer. I'm not paying for the Inquirer. I will never do it. But, you know, front page news should not be about A.J. Brown this week after what you just witnessed. There's no way a human being who understands football can look at how the Eagles handled that drive after it started at a 1st and 20 with a run to Jalen Hurts, another run to Jalen Hurts, and a screen to, I think it was Gainwell, and we settled for a field goal. And you can blame A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown has every right to be disappointed walking off the field after a series of laying down and tooting your ass in the air and giving the game to the Arizona Cardinals. I was disgusted. Every fan in the stands was disgusted. So for you to try to use the A.J. Brown narrative for some clicks is just trifling to me, man. It's trifling to me, yo, because this ain't got nothing to do with A.J. Brown. Brian Johnson is the worst offensive coordinator in the National Football League. In the National Football League. No head coach should gave the go-ahead for those damn plays to be ran in that situation. No head coach should gave the go-ahead. You got a quarterback that's been battling knee problems a portion of this year. And you run him like he's a running back after he threw 3 touchdowns. Running Jalen Hurts does not keep the defense off balance. It don't keep them off balance. Use a running back. Use play action. That's what keeps defenses off balance. Running Jalen Hurts don't do it. That's how you get Jalen Hurts hurt. He already threw 3 touchdowns to that point. The play calling right there was the worst shit I ever seen in my life, y'all. That was the worst play calling I ever seen in my life in that situation. The worst. We didn't want to win. We didn't play to win. We played to keep it close. We played to keep it close. We didn't play to win in that situation. That's how you lose in the National Football League. That's how you lose in the National Football League. Listen, nobody on the offensive side of the ball is to blame at all as far as I'm concerned. They followed poor instructions. They followed poor instructions from the top. That's what they did. Followed poor instructions from the top. And Nick Sirianni's rebuttal or reasoning for it was just as poor, which is why he is on the hot seat, in my opinion. Last week he defended Brian Johnson and said it's his offense. Well, this is yours. This is your mess, Nick Sirianni. I don't care if you went to the Super Bowl last year. You didn't win. We are not going to sit here and act like you won something for us last year. You didn't. You didn't win the Super Bowl last year. The only reason why you might be back is because you went last year. And you've been to the playoff 3 times in a row. But you did not win the Super Bowl last year. Let's cut it out, man. You got to be better. You got to be better. This is not a Jalen Hurts issue. This is not an A.J. Brown issue. This is a play calling issue. Understand your personnel, man. Those corners cannot guard Smitty and A.J. Brown. You don't even try. Dallas Goedert. You don't even try to throw a 10-yard pass to get closer to the sticks, to bleed that clock. It was pathetic, bro. It was simply pathetic. You know, the Philadelphia Inquirer trying to use A.J. Brown as a scapegoat is just as pathetic, in my opinion. Because anybody with 2 working eyeballs seen what the issue was yesterday, and it was not no skill player for the Philadelphia Eagles. It was coaching. Coaching. The coaches don't know what the hell they doing. And they wasting all of this damn talent. They don't know what they're doing. We are a playoff team because of talent, not because the coaches put these guys in the best situation to succeed. That's the bottom line. Talent can get you only but so far. Talent will get us in the playoffs. We might beat the Bucks. For real, we really might beat the Bucks. I can see us beating the Bucks. I guarantee we're going to beat the Bucks. But at the end of the day, man, I'm not excited. We're not going to go much further than that. We're not going to go much further than that with this inept play calling, this display of incompetence that we're seeing right now. I keep stressing the fact that people spend hard-earned money on this, man. And you got guys out there who don't know what they doing. Who don't know what they doing, bro. Nick don't know what he doing. Brian Johnson don't know what he doing. If Jalen Hurts in the offense don't make an off-schedule play, then the play calling is a disaster. The routes listen, we're going to talk about it, man. Because even from the routes that AJ and Smitty run, they don't do nothing creative. They don't move these guys around. They don't do anything. And these guys have had back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons. The entire coaching staff has to go. This is disgusting, and the Philadelphia Inquirer is just as disgusting.